This is a dumbbell chop squat. So I've got one single dumbbell held by both hands, starting up at one shoulder, and then I'm going to squat down and send that dumbbell to the outside of the opposite hip, and then come all the way, squeezing back up and tall, returning to the starting position, and repeating that same direction until I finish my set, at which point you will then take a break, and on your next set, get the other direction. So starts at the other shoulder, and then gets the opposite directional chop here. Let's take a look at the form that we're working with here. So I've got my feet hip width apart, parallel. We've got this good squat form in place already. We should have this already dialed in. So feet hip width parallel, as the knees bend in the squat, they're going to stay in line with the middle of each foot there. Sitting your butt back and bending the knees at the same time so that you get those parallel lines of the spine, the shin. But I'm weight bearing in my arms here. So shoulders are engaged back and down here. So let's say I'm starting the weight up here at my left shoulder. The bars parallel to the floor. And then as I squat down, I'm going to send the weight to the outside of my right hip. Still keep my shoulders engaged back and down, which means I have to then actually rotate my rib cage, sort of turning my chest while keeping the shoulders back through that rotation to get the weight to the outside of my hip here. So you don't want to kind of fold the outside shoulder in to make that rotation across, crunching in, tightening up the space at all. None of that. Shoulders back and down, held out nice and strong with a proud chest. As you rotate your chest and torso to the face of the weight outside of that hip, and then come all the way up tall to the original shoulder again, and repeat that. So there's that little bit of torso rotation happening with every single one of these squats. And then finish a set, opposite side again, shoulders back and down. Send it down the outside with feet remaining hip width apart. Notice that my lower body form doesn't really change much at all. The knees stay in line with the direction the toes are pointing there. As my torso, my chest, my rib cage is what rotates. Hips stay squared off, knees stay in line and forward there with this dumbbell chop squat.